Welcome back, folks. Okay, so here we are again. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Thanks for joining. Just a little rundown on how to set up the presets. Like I said, I like my realism. So I like to do the pistols only, single rifle, then double rifles. Single rifle kind of do the whole ghost mode thing, so that's kind of how I like to run. However, I've figured out the way to do each of your classes to have three presets each, and then each class can have its own pistols only, single rifle, and double rifle, like a default. So here we are. This is pretty much the rundown as to how to set yourself up. I figured out for myself too late, so I had to restart the game, unfortunately. So I don't know how long. Hopefully you don't have to. Hopefully you're catching this before you start. But if you don't and you're looking for it, you may have to just either use a new save file or yeah, you may have to restart the game. Like I said, I've done multiple tests and multiple bunch of different testing, deleted different games, restarted it a bunch of times, and this is the quickest, easiest way I figured out how to do it. And you don't even have to start the game, in the sense of you don't have to go into Air One and start the actual storyline. You can get this again, just like the night visions and the panoramics. You can get this right from the get go. All you need to do is get those skill points. So here I'm going to show you how to get skill points. Luckily, as you can see, I was able to get up to, I think we're going to get it here shortly. I was able to get level 3. So I was able to get the first 2 skill points. There we are. First 2 skill points. And then the other 2 skill points, real easy to get. And I'll show you right now. Well, momentarily. All right, so here we are. We've got level 3. We actually managed to make it to, what do we got here? We got 2 skill points now. So we can get 2 of them. Me personally, I'm a little OCD, so I like to get it all done at once, just the way it is. And it's really easy to do. You don't even have to set up all of your skill points, but you do, like I said earlier, need the one. So we're going to go to our loadout. I'll show you. So I'm level 1. I've got nothing on. You want to make sure you have absolutely no rifles set up. You need to have that first preset with no rifles. We have nothing yet because we are a soldier and we haven't picked any class. So you do have to pick your first class. So what you do, sorry about that. What we're going to do is I use Panther just because it gives us that cloaking spray. Because what's easiest, the easiest way I've been able to find out to do it, especially for right off the bat, right from level 1, is to use the cloaking spray, which renders you undetectable by drones, and you fly into a behemoth base and go grab 2 points, because you're able to score 2 points before you even got, like, by time you even got to Air 1. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong probably, but by the time you got to Air 1, you already scored 2 points. Now all you need is 2 more. So what we can do is we're going to spend 1 skill point right now. So now what that does is we're going to go to our presets, our loadout. So now you see we've got default. So it'll always set your first preset as, like, whatever you have set as your default. So this is where you got to be careful. This is where you got to make sure you don't set any rifles prior to getting your first preset, because then you create each preset from 1. So now we're going to create another preset. We're going to create another preset. So now you can switch between these 3, and you can have your, like, the way I like to run it is I like to run it where this is my pistols only, this is going to be my 1 rifle, and then this is going to be my 2 rifles. And the reason why I like to run my default as my pistols only is because when I'm switching to another one, well, we're going to see. You guys are going to be coming with me for the ride here. So this is what we're going to do. So all we need is 2 behemoth points now, as you guys can. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So as you can see, I got 3 cloaking sprays. Thankfully, we're only going to need 1, maybe 2. And also too, I have done it. I'm not going to try this time, but I have done I have been able to do it without even using a cloaking spray. So the closest one to us is actually only 1 point. You can see how it gives us 1 point, but there's always something else. So, oh, there we go. This is 2 points, and it gives us the Black Paint J. Now, what else is there something else around here? Nope, looks like that is our 2 closest. Okay, so that is going to be our objective. We are going to hop in to the helo, because thankfully, no matter what, every time you get here, you don't even, you folks don't even have to go into the cave. I haven't even got into the cave yet. So we're just going to zip over here as quick as we can. And then basically Once you get your 2 points, you can set up all of your classes. So what I like to do is I like to not put any rifles on at all, set up all of my classes, because I've been doing some testing, and I apologize for the lateness again. I got a full-time job, so I'm trying to get the stuff done. Plus, I've been doing some testing in the sense of there were times where I set up one class fully, but then I got a new class and picked that class, and somehow my picked and what came in as a default kind of got messed up. So, like, this is just a nice fail-safe way to. Woohoo! What's going on there? All right, it's just a fail-safe way. Apparently, I don't know how to fly tonight. How to basically set it all up and set it all up properly, so you know that nothing's going to happen later on. If you were to let's say come in one night and you kind of forgot what setting you're on and you put it in. As long as you're willing to sacrifice the night, there is a way. If you do have your okay, here he is. Oh, you know what? There's a bivouac right here. Well, let's just land right here. There is a way that if you can upload your save data before the night. I guess basically the term for it, I guess, is called save scumming, but I've heard it called that. Is you upload your save data before you start for the night. Let's say you play that night, something happens, and you accidentally set one up, because that's the one thing is if you folks know how to take a weapon off, please let me know in the comments, because I have tried to figure that out and I have not been able to figure it out. And that's why, unfortunately, the only way I know how to do this is to start the game over again, because when I first started the game, I didn't realize about the presets. I hadn't actually explored that deeply into it. So okay, so here we are at the Behemoth base, moving on here. So we're going to grab our cloaking spray. We're going to get a little okay, we're going to get a little closer here. And all we have to do is run in and run out. Grab those 2 points and run out, and then we got everything we need. So we can get close enough where you might be able to hear our footsteps, but the minute he gets a visual, on us, yeah, we're screwed. So we got to make sure we put this cloaking spray on. Let's do it right now. Oh, he's getting close. Here we go. Run. Dangerous area, 140. Okay. So they always have the skill points at the bottom of the towers, and then the extra, whatever's extra, is always up top. So, oh, come on. There we go. So thankfully we have the cloaking spray, so it really doesn't matter about going up the ladder. But if you're not using or you don't have any cloaking spray and you manage to get in, just make sure he's behind the building and he won't be able to spot you going up. And he won't be able to spot you, as you guys can see. Like, it's pretty covered up here too. So if you manage to get in here, you might as well get him both. So let's see how long this goes, because I don't know how long it technically lasts. So run. Oh, we did it. Okay. And there you go. So that's how you get yourself 2 more skill points. And then we ended up getting the black face mate too. That's pretty neat. We're just going to zip back to the helicopter, because now you can fly yourself right back to Erewhon, and you can start the game. But before we do that, let's show you the presets. So we're at the bivouac here. Okay. So now what we can do is we're going to go into our skills now. And we're going to select all of them. So now we have 3 more points. So now we can get 3 more skill, or all the... Okay, so we have them all. So everything's good. Now you will need a bivouac, because in order to switch your classes. So we did pick up enough weapons at the very beginning to actually just set ourselves up with a couple classes, just so I can show you guys as well. So you can preset everything, and I can show you how to go over. We just have to let this cutscene go through here. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so here we are finally. So now that we have all of our points, this is where we're going to be setting up our presets, and we're going to be setting them up pretty much right from here. And we've picked up enough weapons that we can actually just do a baseline. So I'll show you folks how to do that. So from here, what we're going to do, obviously, we're going to get into our... okay, so first off, we're at Panther. We're already there. So we're going to go into our presets. So the way it works is you're just going to create a preset off of all of them. Now, the way I like to do it, basically the way I like to do it is I like to have my default, and the reason being is that see how it says I can delete this preset and I can delete. Hold on. Oh wait, we're in that preset. Okay, so if you're selected it, you can't delete it, and then this one I can delete. However, this one I can't. So the way I like to do it is I like to run my pistols only on this save file. Then I run my single rifle on this preset, and then I run my doubles, my default, on this preset. Now the reason I do that is because every time you switch classes, you actually default to your first default preset. And I've had issues where I've been on one and I've had this as my pistols only and things have gone awry. So I usually always like to try to switch my defaults or switch my presets while I'm inside the class, not through the bivouac. So now that we've set that up, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all of our, here we go. So let's go to our skill points. So as you can see, we've got our 3 skill points now because we just picked up the 2. So now we're just going to get all of our classes. So we're going to get that one, and we're going to get the assault and the field medic, because you can get all, basically we're going to open all of them up right now. Then you're going to go into your presets for all of them. So now we're inside a bivouac. This is the only place you can change. You're going to go to tactics. So you can see right now we're in Panther, and up top right says default preset 2, preset 1. So when I switch to another one, we're going to switch. So see how it automatically puts me into default 1. Now, we don't have any presets set because we haven't selected any of these. So this is where you got to set it up right now, because let's say later on you open up a class later and you have two rifles equipped. When I go to field medic here, it's going to automatically equip my default with my it's going to automatically equip my default with whatever I have equipped at the time. So we're just going to hit that one. We've already done that one. We'll hit the sharpshooter and then assault. So we'll just start at assault here. And we're just going to hit our options button, go up into our, so again, our default is now is whatever we have. So we're just going to copy and copy. Then same thing, go back out, go to our sharpshooter and repeat. So we're going to go to default, I'm going to make and make. Now, and I'll explain what I mean about the deleting, because I've had it where, now earlier when I told you guys about the save scumming, I am mistaken. Like I said, I figured this part out here. So this is why I set up my default as my default, and then I keep the other 2, because you don't have to necessarily save scum. Let's say you do muck up and you add something where you're not supposed to. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button, options button. So now go to change presets. So here we go. So we've got all of them set up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my default. We got the check mark up there, so we know we've got it. Now I'm going to set up my, well, we only have a couple, so we'll make let's put that one there. Then we're going to put our right sniper rifle there. And there we go. So now we have our default set up as our primary default, just the way the game's intended. And you can set up everything else, and you can set up all this stuff later on. But we're just doing the preliminary. Now we're going to go to preset 2. It has a check mark up there. Back out of it, so now we have 0. So now we're going to hit 1, and you know what, for our single, let's just give him an assault rifle. So there we go. So we just have the assault rifle, and oh, sorry, wrong button, hit the wrong. So we're back into options here. Come on, back into the loadout. There we go. So now you can see we're in preset 2. However, we only have our single rifle. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into our preset 3 now, and then let's see here. So preset 3. Right there. So preset 3, that's our rifles only. So the reason why I have it set up like this is, let's say, because this you don't have to worry about. Default, it's automatically going to switch in. You automatically have your 2. So now, let's say here, we're going to go to, we're going to stay preset 2. Now let's go to another one. Yeah, let's just, seeing as how we have a sharpshooter. So now, there we go. See how it switches over to our default 1. So now we're going to go into our loadout. And see, this is what I was talking about. So this is where I'm kind of like, well, okay, I'm not too sure about when you have certain things equipped, right? So here, so you guys, you just saw that. So that was my default that came in with my medic preset 2. So now it's my default, so it's done. I cannot delete it. I cannot do whatever. So that's why I have my default the way it is. So what we can try, let's try this. Let's go preset 3. That's our 0 rifle, 0 anything. Now we're going to go to our assault class. I think that was the one I hadn't touched yet. So the assault class. So assault class should have 0. Now we're going to go into our loadout. And we have 0. Okay. Okay, see, that is exactly why I don't like switching loadouts in my Bivouac Tactics menu. This is why I only switch my presets inside my actual class. So, and again, why I have my default as my double. Because, let's set this up here real quick. I'll show you again. So there we go. So, here, and there. Okay, now... oh, come on. Work with me. There we go. So now we're going to go to our preset 2. This is going to be our single rifle. I'm going to go to, and you can, and that's the other cool thing too, is that technically if you can go to either single rifle. So if I wanted to, I can go to this one and I can put my rifle there. So now technically he's actually going to hold the rifle on his left side while you have it put away. Let's say you have your pistol out. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of a different way to do it. However, let's say you're fumbling about. Let's say you're doing your thing, you're in the zone, you don't even realize you're in your single rifle, and you put something in. So here we go. Boom. Oh, geez, I wasn't meant. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to do that because I'm in my preset too. So that is the good thing about it, is that now what you can do by saving your third preset, I can delete. So we're going to go to, we're going to go to preset 3. We're going to have it selected. Now we're going to select this one. We're going to delete it. Now we can create preset from current. So I create that. Now this is where it's weird. So it's got nothing, or sorry, it's got stuff on it, but don't worry. This is the weird thing. So watch this. We back out. I've got nothing, and I'm at my preset 2 again. So again, folks, I don't know why it does that. It's just quirky little things, but just make sure, me personally, just make sure you don't change your loadout while you're in your tactics menu. Just change your presets while you're in your tactics menu. Just change them while you're in your actual class. But from here we can try again. Basically, we can put on this rifle now, and there we go. So we have everything like here we go. So tactics. So again, preset 3. See, it's weird how it's showing up like that. Okay, why is it doing that? Hold on. But it's showing, see, this is where it's weird. Like I just don't trust the loadout menu in the tactics. So, but see, here we go. So now if we back out of this and we get right out, leave right now. Yep. So we leave right now. Now I am going to have only one rifle. So I'm going to have my ghost mode, so to speak, right? So now I can actually run around with my ghost mode. Everything's good. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Cool. So now I have my ghost mode, so to speak, and I can just whip that out and carry one rifle. And then you can switch from here. Like I said, I like to do it from here. I go to my preset, and I go to my single, let's say. And then we get out, and boom, there we go. So now, oh, there we go. So you have to pull out your pistol there. So, and then there you go. Now you have your preset where you have pistols only, single rifle, and your default double pistols. So I really hope this helps. I'm terribly sorry about the time again, and I'm terribly sorry about the update and the edit, and it took so long because all this quirky stuff I'm trying to show you guys. It's like it took me forever trying to see, like, it's weird how it comes in, comes out, and it shows you that it's full, but it's not, but then it actually can. So just be forewarned, keep that third as your pistols only, and then you can always bring that into your second to redo it. Just know that your default, once your default is set, that's it. You cannot change it. You cannot change it. So, okay, folks, again, thank you very much, and we'll catch you later.